Hi, in this demonstration, I will show you how to use Aid4Mail with a large PST file to perform pre-acquisition filtering and AI classification. First, let's open up Aid4Mail, and today we'll be using the Aid4Mail Investigator license. I'm going to first now create a new project, and I will name that project Pre-acquisition and AI Classify. I'm going to perform everything for you live, setting up this session and putting in all of the different settings that need to be added so that you can see how easy it is to use Aid4Mail. With minimal training, you or your users can already start using Aid4Mail. So next, we have our first session, and I'm going to rename that to PST to PST, Pre-acquisition and AI Classify. This allows me to have a unique session name so that if I ever need to go back and review anything from this session, I can do that going through the logs that are created. First, then, I'm going to select the source format, and with the source format, I will put in my PST file location, which will be here on my desktop, demo.pst, and the source is already configured. So we'll close that. And now for my target, I'll also select PST, and we will be processing to this PST file also on my desktop named demo output. And we would like to have the emails classified by AI in the AI classification folder tree. And the folder structure, we're going to use a template, as we are going to then use the AI token classify. And this will be something I show you in just a minute now. We're also going to need to append messages to this target file, this PST file, because it's an already created PST file. So now our target is already configured, so I can close that. Next, we're going to go down to filtering. First, we have source folder selection. We want to process all the folders in the PST file, so we'll have it on process all. But number 2, we have native pre-acquisition filtering. We will select date selection and a specific date. For this example, I want to only process emails from October of 2014. So that will take the whole month. And we are now already ready to run the session other than first setting up our AI classification. So I will now just close the filtering, and I'll show you how to add AI model API credentials. So under app settings AI, we have the different provider API keys. So you would have to bring your own API key to one of these models. So today we'll be using Google, and I have my API key added. And once that's added, then you'll then be able to select the model. I'll close this app settings now, and now I'm going to go to project settings and AI. And here you have the different options with AI in Aid4Mail. So you have AI filtering, classify, and analyze. Again, in this example, we're going to use classify. So for the model, I'm going to select Gemini 2.5 Flash. And now we have to add our prompt to provide this natural language prompt to the AI for how we want to classify the emails. Aid4Mail comes with a large amount of pre-made prompts that you can use and you can look at and you can update. But there's a lot of them that we already provide to you with Aid4Mail when it's installed. For this example, I have a prompt that I'm going to add. It's quite a complex prompt, but it is perfectly understood by AI. And so this is all I need to write. There's no training data. There's no other examples I need. This is the prompt. And then we also need our list of categories, so how they're going to be classified, which I will also add here very quickly. Here we have IFA, bribery, threats, harassment, OER, phishing, spam, clean, or inconclusive. IFA stands for illicit financial activity. OER stands for online extremism and radicalization. Now, this prompt, in short, is a forensic classification instruction designed to detect and categorize suspicious or inappropriate email content with high precision based on the nature of the email. The categories include forms of illicit activity, misconduct, or benign communication. These can be things such as financial crimes, bribery, threats, harassment, radicalization, phishing, spam, or they can also be clean messages. So now I have my classify set up. I've selected the model. I have my prompt and I have my list of categories. I can now go back to my settings. And again, we are going from PST to PST. We have everything set up. And now Aid4Mail will process through these emails and it will process them against my prompt that I've added. And it will classify them automatically. And the best models achieve 95 to 97% accuracy. So I'll now run this session, and Aid4Mail already, you can see it already skipped quite a lot of emails, and that is again because of our pre-acquisition filter. But now I will open up Outlook and I will pull it over here, and you will see, whoops, that I already have the AI classification folder having been created in the PST file, and the emails are already being classified as we're already processing. So you can already start the review process before Aid4Mail is even finished. You can see here that the emails are being added into the different folders. As the AI goes through the emails, it's adding new folders when the emails match one of the criteria from our prompt. So we have the bribery, harassment, threats, IFA. And again, Aid4Mail is going to keep going through those emails and adding them to the correct folder. Now, if we go back to Aid4Mail just to show you a few little things. First off, we have, again, this progress screen. It's showing you how many tokens are being used for this AI prompt. We also have the progress log, and this is a progress log that is never overwritten and can also be, again, reviewed at a different time at a later date if needed. So you can see we have PST to PST, we have our folder filtering, we have our native filter, and then it goes through every single email that is processed. It provides you with how many tokens each email used. And Aid4Mail is going to keep going through these emails. Oh, now it just finished actually, so we're all done. It now successfully processed those 147 emails and classified them in the PST file. Now, Aid4Mail also offers an email viewer. So in a previous session, I already created this email viewer with the same results, and I will show that to you now. So this is the email viewer that can be used in any web browser. And basically, it allows you to review emails, and you can send this to other parties or other members of your team where they can also review the emails. So you can click on them. You can also tag emails. So if we wanted to say tag the emails that are in Korean, we could tag those emails, and then you can then show only the tagged emails, or you can get rid of the filter. You can also look and see here, we have the classification. So from our AI prompt, so it's giving you the different classifications for each email. And then you can also sort, of course. So if you sort by subject, by from, by to, by date, that can also all be completed within the viewer. And then again, if you can customize what is added into for the emails. For example, I had Aid4Mail add the SMTP header to every single one of these, so you have the entire SMTP header. If there's images, attachments, those will also be brought over, and you can see them and open them as well. Lastly, with the viewer, you can also search within the viewer any of the content up in this section. So we can, for example, we can use the classification item, and we can classify by only the IFA emails that were classified as IFA. Or you can also type in something. So I want to look for only emails with John so you can see John in the from. And that is something that you can do as well with the viewer. Now, just going back to Aid4Mail. Again, what you can really notice is the amount of data reduction. So the original mailbox was around 5 gigabytes with over 10 years of emails. Using that pre-acquisition filter, we were able to get that down to only 2 megabytes of emails for that 1 month of October in 2014. This is a huge amount of data reduction. It shows that how much Aid4Mail can save money by only processing emails that need to be processed and collected. In this example, we used 100,000 AI tokens, which is like less than 5 cents. So instead of having to classify all the emails from this PST file, we can use Aid4Mail's pre-acquisition filtering to first only collect and process with AI the emails that we need. This is going to, again, be a huge time saver and money saver. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you watching it. Have a great rest of your day.